over the last 7 months or so has been nothing short of amazing. He's an incredible man, and dare I say, he is the GOAT of the insurance industry. Let's hear it for the great Monty and Lisa Holm!
Thank you. And just so you know, we're kind of old, so we need to let Monty know what GOAT means, right? Greatest of all times. And I think he is too. And our kids and our grandkids think that he's the GOAT as well. And we do have goats on our farm as well. But anyway, we just want you to know how grateful we are for you. We love you. We're excited about where you're headed. And I really do believe what Jamie said, that I believe this is by divine design, that this is supposed to happen right now. And it's exploding into the industry, and you already know that, I'm preaching to the choir here, but we love you, we're proud of you. We know this is going to be the beginning of greatness. We know that you guys are going to do some major changing in the world, how industry looks at our businesses, and it begins with you. Monty and I have been in the beginning of several businesses in the industry, and this is by far going to be one of the greatest ones, and I'm not just throwing smoke at you. I truly, honestly, in my heart and in my spirit, believe that that's true. I really do. And I also believe that it doesn't take just one person to do that. I think it takes a huge village to make these things happen. And I know that it's with you that this can happen, as well as some of these other great agencies that have joined AOC. But I also want you to know that we love and appreciate your leadership. They're great, they're good, they work very well together as a team, as you know. And they have your best interest in their hearts. And we've been with some other leaders that have done some great things, that their interests have always been very selfish and all about them and their ownership. And by far, this is not the case. They're about you and about your future and about your family and about bringing others into this amazing business. So I hope that you know that. We recognize it, and I know you do as well. I hope that you're taking some really good notes, because some things that Monty are going to tell you are some things that you might need personally, and I hope that you'll write those things down, because if you're like me, you'll forget them as soon as you leave the room. But again, we're proud of you, we're excited about what's going on, and we're so grateful to be here with you. So thanks.
Thank you, sweetheart. Lisa wanted to tell you how much she loves you and how proud we are to be a part of this. And when she brags about Jamie and Leanne, and we both have felt that from the very first meetings, that they are unselfish, giving people that all they want is what's in the best interest of their team. And we feel that and we know that. So we hope you feel great about them and great about Experior. I love Experior. I'm excited about what we're doing. Jamie's little story about he heard the word tugboat, when really what I say, here's my quote, and I've probably used it with a lot of people. Jamie, where'd Jamie go? I've used it with lots and lots of people over the years, and it is that some people would rather be the captain of a rowboat, not a tugboat. Some people would rather be the captain of a rowboat than the first mate on a big ship. And rowboats don't save big ships, tugboats do. But Jamie, I'm just so glad that my quote to him 11 years ago has caused him to choose the art that he has in his office, so that we influenced his choice. He's got a tugboat on the wall, and it reminds him that he doesn't want to be the captain of a rowboat or a tugboat, that he's built a big ship. Congratulations to all of you on this big ship called Experior. Pretty exciting, very exciting. And I appreciate Jerry, I love Jerry, and appreciate the fact that he's here helping guide this whole thing at the AOG level. I think all of you know by now what's stirring our souls, what this is all about, the AOG concept. AOG doesn't change anything about Experior. It doesn't change anything about what you need to do to build your business and affect your lives and help your customers and for you to make money and do the things that you do. All it does is reward you differently for doing that. And it should give you more incentive to do that bigger and better, and always make sure you do it right, because all we're doing is adding a more widespread ownership concept. If you could look through your imaginary binoculars a year and 2 and 3 years down the line, I'm confident that we'll have hundreds of companies in the AOG family, and you will own them. Right now we have 20 plus companies that are part of this family. You all are right now the biggest one. You'll likely always be the biggest one. I hope you decide you're always gonna be the biggest one. Is that okay with you? But I think it ought to be okay with you if we bring in other groups and we collectively unite the industry and we share in ownership of each other. I told a few of you last night at the different events that I rotated to that the ripple effect from what you do is what's creating success across the entire industry. You think about the person who writes a sale and helps a family. That's the hero in our industry. That's the hero. And yet the people that own the agency never meet the customer. The insurance companies never meet the customer. The reinsurance companies never meet the customer. The technology companies never meet the customer. The private equity folks, the investors on Wall Street, and all the folks behind the scenes never meet that customer. And yet the hero in most cases just gets a commission and doesn't share in all of the other ripple effects from what they create. AOG is about changing that. That's what this is all about. We think the hero ought to share in every aspect of it. Don't you? Don't you agree with that? So we're negotiating that and we're pulling that together, and we're confident that that is going to happen in a big, big way. It's already started in a big, big way. I just had a quick quote that I wanted to share with you. I want to ask you to, I want you to think of yourself as a pioneer, or maybe in Spanish we would call it a pionero. Am I saying that right? Yeah. A pioneer. A pioneer is someone who pioneers. It's the people that came, maybe they're the ones that went across the United States and staked the ground, and they had to fight off the challenges, the deserts and the forests, and try to get themselves out to stake the land. All of the settlers came and bought from the pioneers who staked the land. You're the pioneers of a whole new idea. You're the pioneers of a movement that's bursting onto the scene. Napoleon Hill says this. He says, to win the big stakes in this changing world. Anybody interested in winning the big stakes? Yeah. 3 of you. That's good. I like it. Is there anybody interested in winning the big stakes in this changing world? Well, he says to win the big stakes in this changing world, you must catch the spirit of the great pioneers of the past, whose dreams have given to our civilization all that it has of value. Now just think about that. To win the big stakes in this changing world, you must catch the spirit of the great pioneers of the past, whose dreams have given to our civilization all that it has of value. I hope you'll catch that spirit. I hope you'll be a pioneer. I hope you'll dream big. And as you catch that spirit of those pioneers and help us pioneer the Experior AOG movement and bring on other companies and continue to burst onto the scene, I hope that we will continue to give more value. Our dreams will continue to add value to our civilization in a big, big way. The 2 things I hope that we can do for you, one is through the incredible Experior model. We can help you build a cash flow that will be sustaining, and that you can become financially independent through that cash flow while you're helping your customers and doing what's right in every case for your customers. But number 2, we want to help you build a legacy through ownership on the back end of all of that. Not just cash flow, the legacy for you and for your family to become totally and absolutely financially independent. That's our dream, that's our hope. We're committed to giving it our best. I'm grateful to be your partner and glad I could be here today. And we're here to help you in any way we can. Excited about our future. Words can't describe how confident I feel in what we're doing. So I'm your teammate, your partner, and we look forward to seeing you at the very, very absolute top of this deal. Deal? Thank you.